ladies, I'm Barbara and I am your menopause drama mama. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I am trying to do, I was going to do this in one video, but I can't. It's actually impossible for me to get all this information in one video without losing you guys within, 5-10 minutes. So I have to break this down into 3 videos because everything is so important and I want you to understand what the heck is going on in your digestion system and how you can fix it, because I have found a way that I could finally tame down my stomach and my whole entire digestive system. Since perimenopause, I have been going through literally a lot of pain in my stomach area from things that I'm eating and not understanding what was going on. And doctors, even when I'd go for my yearly physical, they would say, and this is many different doctors that I've seen, you need to incorporate more vegetables, more cruciferous vegetables, try and get sauerkraut in your diet more proteins, more basically, good fats in your system. And as I was doing that, I sent my stomach into this storm that literally became a raging mess. And this is not only about dairy, but dairy is one of the biggest things that will set your stomach off, because after we hit menopause, that estrogen was feeding all of these organs, and now it has slowed way down, causing bloating, cramping, being extremely gassy, and your stomach area, your intestines, all of that becoming inflamed. So first off, with ice cream, and I had noticed this many years ago, that I couldn't have that dairy anymore. And I was like, this really kind of sucks, because things that you were used to be able to eat all of a sudden were not, properly digesting anymore, and making, especially me, feel like crap. And, I'd walk around and I'd kind of not want to be in a store, because in case if I let one loose, it stunk. And you're like, how can I get out of this aisle so nobody looks at me thinking it was me that was making this big smell? Kind of like the whole Pepe Le Pew. Remember watching him growing up. So dairy has lactose, which is the sugar milk, or sugar in milk sugar, actually. It has proteins and it has fats. And our body is having a difficult time digesting all of those things once you hit menopause, because everything slows way down and becomes very sluggish in our digestive system. And your body needs the enzyme lactase. And lactase breaks down that milk sugar. Now those enzymes are produced in another organ, and when we do not have enough of that lactase, it will sit in our stomachs, bacteria will begin to ferment, and gas will start forming, and bloating increases. Now add that on top of, you're making dinner, and you're having some fats, you're having proteins, and you get done with dinner, and now you're feeling even worse, or even the next morning for breakfast, and you're adding fats and proteins and, maybe not dairy all the time, but your stomach is literally getting worse and worse because of these things that you have to take, and now increase in your diet after menopause are making you feel like shit. And not all women have this issue, but this is just another one that sent my system into a huge, hurricane. I am telling you, I had been in pain for many, many years, and I couldn't figure out how to correct it. Now, why it is happening in menopause is the digestive system is slowing down. Our stomach acid is declining, so it can't be breaking down the things. So once you're eating, the stomach acid isn't putting enough in there for your food to get broken down. Your gut bacteria starts shifting, inflammation starts increasing, and everything just is this another domino effect happening, and it doesn't seem like anything that you try is helping you. And it is, like especially for me, everything just kept getting worse. And every time I would eat, and I would be trying to figure out the best foods to eat after menopause, and even exercising and doing everything I possibly could, nothing was making me feel better, and I could not figure it out. And then another thing that would happen is sinus congestion and a lot of throat mucus and postnasal drip, and I found out this all in the stomach area has everything to do with everything going on here. So even at nighttime, I would have postnasal drip. I'd wake up all congested in the night and coughing a lot. That is because dairy proteins are inflammatory for some people. They have histamine sensitivity increasing with age, and your gut barrier becomes more reactive to everything that we are ingesting as food, especially when it contains your dairy, your protein, and your fats. And not all women experience this, like I said, but many do experience, having a slower gut motility, having more constipation perhaps, or floating poop. That was one of my big ones. And also it's a greasy kind of poop, so I know, don't want to give you those visuals, but that is what's happening, and for me, and it may be happening for you. So your food is trapped way longer in your body. It becomes more painful. Everything just becomes extremely more difficult the older you get, and the different foods that you're eating that you always ate before are not digesting properly. Now, like I said, not every woman goes through this, and I am telling you this is why, is because of that estrogen drop, and it is not feeding the organs that it used to. Now, if this is happening for you, watch my next video, and this is going to be on what is happening with the other organs, because it is not just your stomach that is having a problem here. It will be literally so many other organs that are being affected with the loss of estrogen. And then in my third video, I am going to give you exactly the process that I am doing to tame down this whole problem. And I have been doing it now for a week and a half, and I have had zero bloating now, and my stomach is down. I have not had anything affect me negatively. So ladies, stay tuned to my next video, and I hope you're having a great day. Sending blessings and high vibrations your way, and just enjoy the sunshine if it is shining upon you today. Love and hugs, ladies. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.